We handle disagreements as a family spot on. If we disagree on something and the kids are there, we gonna have a discussion. And the minute we have a discussion, I will go to Jackson and say, "You see how I spoke to your mom? You see how I don't gotta be disrespectful? You see how I don't gotta raise my voice? Do you understand what it means to have empathy towards someone who thinks differently than you?" And they be like, "Yeah, I see it." And I'm like, "Now understand this. Me and your mom may disagree, but that's my wife. Because they gonna be somebody's husband someday. They have to see what it's like." So I never wanted to put my kids in a situation where I was. My parents never argued in front of me. But then they would go in the room and be screaming and hollering. And I'd be like, "Yo, what is going on?" Then your pops come out. You like, "Dad, why you talking to mom like that?" And he looking at you like, "Boy, that's my wife." Don't check it. And I'm like,
no explanation.
I'm like,
nothing.
all right. But then that didn't give me any emotional maturity to deal with my wife for the first 5 years. So there was a couple of days where I came home and I was making money. She wasn't working and the food wasn't ready because she had Jackson. And I'm like, "What's going on?" Because I'm thinking that this is what a man's supposed to be. And she was like, she from Brooklyn. She's like, "What the fuck are you talking to?" I'm like, "Well, that's not the response my mom gave my dad."
You see the neck and the shoulder starts to go in.
I just started to realize like that wasn't the way. Like the stuff that we saw growing up, and we just felt like if I emulate this, I'll be successful, wasn't making me feel good.
We didn't know no better.
We didn't.
I mean, that's what you was learning from just observing. Like, there's no manual that comes with any of this. That's why I give my father a lot of grace, because when me and my father had a real conversation, and he told me about his mental health issues, and I knew about his substance abuse. It just made me realize, he's just a man trying to figure it out like I was a man.
Talk about it, Charlamagne.
That's it.
2 months ago, my dad stayed with us to help with the boys.
Oh, yeah, that's a good story.
And I'm going to try to talk about this without crying, because I watched my dad and my mom came, and it was the same thing happening. My dad was kind of short with my mom. And I was in the car. Now I'm grown. So I'm driving, and my dad gets short with my mom. And I'm like, "Yo, you having a little tantrum for no reason. I need to chill." Right? And my dad looking at me like, "Nigga, I'm still your pops." But he's still like, "You know what? We'll talk about this later." We go in the living room, and we have a 3-hour conversation. And just like your dad, he was telling me all the things he'd been through, all his fears, all his worries. And for the first time, I saw my father.
As a human.
And I say, "Yo, you were just trying to do that. You got married at 21. You had me at 22, then my brother at 24.
Wow.
Like, who taught you?" My grandfather was an Army guy, didn't talk much. You know what I'm saying? Do as I say, not as I do. Follow my lead. Like, nobody spoke. So after speaking to my father, man, my heart got so big because I saw him as a person. Like, that he my dude now. Like, "Yo, Pops, let's talk." And here's the funny part. He said to me at the end of it, "I got to be better for your mom." I was like, that's what I'm trying to do and not cry, because my mom is my heart. You know, you grow up in a house and my mom's small in stature. She's 5'2". And my dad is 6 foot. He big, right? And I see sometimes my mom just be like, "I'm not even dealing with him today." And I told her, "My mom don't have a voice in this house because sometimes you don't give her a voice." And he looked at me and said, "I'm going to do better for your mom." And for the rest of the week, I saw him try. Now, he still had his slip-ups, like we all do, like I do, you know? But he tried, and I was like, this is making me feel good, because it's not always about paying it forward. Sometimes you got to pay it back. Teach that generation how we do things now. And he's open to it.